All right, boys and girls, we got Blake Snell up top going up against Miami. I like Snell to breeze through the Miami Marlins. However, I do think they'll have a little bit of pep in their step from their um, productive activity out in course. I think it stays with them. Miami is really very cheap, so I don't mind in the lineup having some cheap Miami bats. But overall, um, if you have the salary, you're gonna want Blake Snell, and he's a fantastic play. But like I said, I don't mind if you have another lineup with Miami bats. You're going to see some of the Sharks or some of the Whales or whatever you want to call them. The big spenders in DFS, they do that a lot. They take bats against the best pitchers, you know, just to have something, have some low on bat, something different. And obviously, they're playing a lot of lineups. So I'm not telling you to go do that in your one lineup, but I'm just letting you know how some people play. All right, Kirby against the Angels, absolutely in play. Angels in real life are awful. On paper, they're awful. You should always be playing, or most of the time, you should be rostering pitchers against the Angels. Nothing else to talk about. Valdez has been playing well. He's in play, even though Kansas City is a team I love to stack. I think some of their pieces are underpriced for some slates. I do play them a lot. If you're a Patreon member or a channel member, you know I do play them a lot. However, I don't mind Valdez in one line, and I don't mind a Casey stacking another. So I like both sides. I know sometimes people listen and they want me to tell you play Valdez. He's going to give you 50 fantasy points. That's not how fantasy works. Fantasy is about covering your ass with the highest probability plays. You're projecting and you're predicting. That's what you're doing. You're projecting and then you're predicting. So just keep that in mind when you're building your lineups. Who has the best possibility of bringing you to the promised land? That's how you got to build your lineups. Seth Lugo against Houston. Houston has a little bit of pep in their step also. So we got some good pitchers against in great matchups, and then we have some good pitchers in tough matchups. Seth Lugo's in play. Houston bats are in play. Um, just obviously not in the same lineup. I don't even mind Gosman against Minnesota. Royce Lewis hasn't been smashing the ball as usual. Minnesota's still dangerous, but I've opened up my heart a little bit to Gosman in this slate. Fire up Gosman, 8.8K. Pablo Lopez, on the other hand, against Toronto. You know I have no respect for Toronto, and I never get Guerrero right. I'm not about to start respecting them now. Give me Pablo Lopez and let the Blue Jays go fuck themselves. Kershaw against Arizona. I wouldn't really want to roster Kershaw because they still got him on a leash. To the best of my knowledge, if I read somewhere that they're gonna let the leash off of him, let me see how many pitches he threw last game. Let me just see, because sometimes managers say one thing and then do something else. 88 pitches, that's actually not bad. Um, he's not really going past 5 innings. He went to 6 against St. Louis. He got smashed by Tampa Bay. I'm not in a rush to play Kershaw, to be honest with you. He's not a bad play. I'm indifferent to him because Arizona's a dangerous team. I'll probably just stay away from Kershaw, and I don't mind getting the Arizona bats. Gallen against the Dodgers. I'm not going to do that. Dodgers are coming into form. Otani's on a mission. Mookie Betts is doing what he's doing. Hernandez is Hernandez. They need to DFA Will Smith or something. Send him to high school or something. I will avoid challenging those Dodgers bats. Lively against Pittsburgh. I'd probably take a shot on Lively because Pittsburgh is ass. Tyler Anderson against Seattle. Seattle is pesky. They're not good. They're pesky. I'm not worried about them. If you have a lineup with Anderson in it, I won't mind. I don't even know if he's playing. I'm looking at all these Angels pitchers. Hold on. Let me tell you right now. Angels It's gonna be Fulmer. Fulmer is not good. Where's Fulmer at? Let's find him. Can't run from me, buddy. There you are. Carson Fulmer. Okay, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. Two runs, 4 strikeouts. 5 runs, 3 strikeouts against Toronto. 2 runs, 1 strikeout against the Yankees. My man's all over the place. Colorado, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts. 7K. Doesn't seem bad going up against Seattle. All right, well, you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind Fulmer, to be honest with you, if that's what he's going to be doing. And he's only 7K. Sometimes if you see me look at a mid-range pitcher, if you see me look at a mid-range pitcher and you hear me say, I don't mind, always make sure you're considering salary too. Because at the end of the day, if you're paying 7K for a pitcher and he gives up 2-3 runs, but he gets 6-7 strikeouts, he's still paying off his salary. You know, you're not looking for too much from them. You're just looking for them to not get destroyed because you're saving in salary. JP Sears against Texas, I don't mind because Texas has been very underwhelming. Eric Fede against the Yankees. If he could get past the top 4, he'll be all right, but I think the Yankees are due. Judge, Soto, Torres, maybe Wells, and Stanton. I'm not really worried about Wells, but Torres has been hitting the ball. Top 3. If you could get past the top 3, you're fine. But I think Judge is due. I think Soto is due. And Torres is swinging a hot bat. So I'll pass on Fede against the Yankees. Tyler Miguel against the White Sox. Tyler Miguel isn't good, but the White Sox are worse. If he was your SP2, I don't think it's the end of the world. Stroman against St. Louis. No, thank you. I haven't got St. Louis right this season. I'm not about to start. Aller, I'm not even gonna look at him. No, thank you. John Gray, no, thank you. Give me Oakland bats. Gomber against Baltimore. You already know. You already know what to do. Fire up Baltimore bats. Don't be scared of ownership. If you have a lineup with Baltimore bats and cores, just play it. Especially if you're a beginner. If you're new at fantasy sports and you're watching all these shows and they're scaring you off for ownership, I want you to worry about scoring the fantasy points first. Worry about getting high scores first. Then once you know what you're doing and how to play, then you can worry about ownership. Because this is baseball. All you need is one low-owned player in your lineup to take you over the top. So don't sit there and not play somebody running from ownership. Where are we? Suarez, no thank you. I like Colorado bats also. Falter is awful. Give me Cleveland bats. Cannon is awful. Give me Mets bats. And I think that's where the show ends. All right. I definitely want to pay up for bats, so I'm gonna definitely look to go mid range. I think Lively will kill me. I'm not gonna be cute. I'm gonna set a good example. Why? Because I know I'm gonna play. If I pick a mid range pitcher for the video, and people that don't understand why I'm playing that player play him, and they don't play the correct bats and they lose, they're gonna be upset. So let me just play a safe play. Kirby, fire his ass up. And you know what? There's a lot of awful pitchers. It's a lot of awful pitching. There's a lot of value bats to be found. Let's get Gleyber Torres. I don't necessarily need to put Judge in this lineup. How much is he anyway? 7,200. Wow. It's more expensive than some pitchers. That's fine. Give me Santander for a little bit of a discount. Give me Santander. We're gonna go Santander. Give me I know what I'm about to do. I know exactly what I'm about to do. Give me Cannon is a what? Righty. Let's go to the Mets. Give me Vientos 4,700. And you know what? Give me let's get somebody from another team. All right, let's see who else has what team has a batting advantage against an awful pitcher. Aller against San Francisco. Texas, Oakland. Oh, as a matter of fact, our boy is back. Let's see what he's priced at. 4K. My man Lawrence Butler's back. That's what we're going to do. We're paying up for pitching, so we got to get creative with our bats. If what I think is true, and Lawrence Butler is back, he's too cheap at 4K leading off. Santander in course, self-explanatory. Vientos batting advantage against an awful pitcher. Gleyber Torres. I expect that top half of that Yankees lineup to have their way, or I want Gleyber Torres on base when Judge hits his dinger, when him or Soto hit their dingers. If you want to play Judge, obviously you're gonna have to. You could take out Santander, you could put in Judge, find value, you can make it work. But the reason I'm leaving it like this is for the people that don't really know baseball like that and that's trying to tell, so they can have an easier time building a lineup. You feel me? But obviously, if you're a seasoned vet, you could absolutely shove Judge in this lineup and make it work. You feel me? Okay. Just making sure that we're all on the same page here. Okay. All right. We're about to go to FanDuel in about 30 seconds. We got a little bit of housekeeping. Obviously, we know NFL is coming up. We'll get to that in 10 seconds. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Absolutely appreciate it. Back to NFL. Obviously, people that play DFS, they're excited about NFL. A lot more people play NFL and NBA than they do MLB, so there's a lot of excitement. Okay, cool. For my Patreon users, if you're a free member and you're not a paid member, Patreon might have sent you a discount to become a paid member for the first month. I'm not sure if it's everybody. For some people, I think it's random. I'm not too sure. You could take advantage of that. Now, me on the other hand, I added another discount code for the entire Patreon. So if you're interested in joining NFL, the promo code will be linked in the description and in the comments. So you'll be able to find the promo code there, and that's 10% off on any tier for whatever it is. If you want to re-up on MLB, NFL, MLB combo, I have a super NFL tier. That's for the hardcore fans, hardcore players. If you want to play early, main, late, the showdown, whatever it is, it's you got to read the description in the tiers, and it's all spelled out for you depending on what your needs are. but there is a 10% discount for Patreon members, linked in the description. Channel memberships or channel members, if you're in the gold tier, obviously NFL is added to that. You don't have to do anything. And for those of you that are interested in paying for the entire season, the entire NFL season up front, that's discounted also. You could hit me in the chat or send me a message, and we could discuss the season long for NFL, because it's absolutely cheaper than what these other guys are trying to charge you guys. And I think that's all we got to talk about. We're going to go to FanDuel. It's already worked out for you, because I knew I had to take some time with all that other stuff. We got Kirby on FanDuel, 9,400. Let me swap out Kirby for you, because I'm playing him on DK. Let's find another picture to give you all a little bit of variety. I don't mind Pablo Lopez. How much is Kirby's cheap on FanDuel? I don't know why Gosman is calling my name, and y'all know I don't really like Gosman like that. I'm not touching Gallon. JP Sears against Texas is a little bit risky. Stroman against St. Louis. Wow. Nah, I'm gonna stick with Kirby. You got Judge and Torres in this lineup. You got Fry and Gronkowski Noel, who are in a good matchup against Pittsburgh. You got 4 spots left, and you still have $2,800 left, and there's going to be more than enough value on a 10-game slate. So I'm going to leave this just as it is, because it's a good starting point. I'm not going to do nothing too fancy. I'm going to go on and get out of here. I've held y'all long enough now. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell. Thumbs up the video. Now we getting serious. We're going into NFL season. We was really laid back on MLB season. All that's out the window now. Now we back to action. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the bell. All that good stuff. Promo code for Patreon will be linked in the description. I'll try to put it in the comments also. The name of the promo code is basically NFL, but if you need a promo code, it's going to be linked. NFL season long. You can hit me up again about that. That's discounted also. And channel members, if you're in the gold tier, you're already set for NFL. I think that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to go in and get out of here. I do appreciate y'all taking the time. Hope y'all had a profitable Thursday night. And I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.